Hey everybody, it's Chad with Nobody Else's Auto. Gonna check out something today that some of you may not think is that old, but the crazy part about it is it's already over 30 years old. This body style is 35 years old. Technically that makes it an antique in most states. So crazy to think about it, but they're getting old, they're getting hard to find. That's why I thought I'd drag this one in. 1991 Ford F-150 Lariat, which there again, this is a more loaded up truck. So definitely a lot of cool pieces on this that I know people are gonna want as they start fixing these trucks up. Crazy to think about it. Yes, trucks from the 80s and 90s, people are starting to fix them up. Plus there's still some nice clean originals out there. And they're getting hard to find and they're getting desirable. This one's a complete truck. Definitely thought it was worth bringing in, so let's check it out. Obviously we can see it is a SuperCab. It is a half-ton F-150 two-wheel drive XLT Lariat pickup. So it had the two-tone paint, it had the pinstripes, it had the side moldings. Somebody added running boards to this. The old, definitely 80s and 90s style, full width aluminum running boards with the aluminum mud guards behind the wheels. This truck does have factory aluminum wheels on it. We'll go ahead and take a peek inside of it while we're here. Obviously this was an XLT Lariat. Power windows, power locks, captain's chairs, console. It had a full tack and gauges. It had a cassette stereo. It had an overdrive in it. So really a pretty well loaded up little pickup. It had dual tanks. Had the cruise control in the steering wheel. Had a tilt column. Just a lot of the accessories that we almost take for granted today, but back then over 30 years ago, these were all accessories. Had the fancier door panels with the cloth inserts and the stainless trim. So kind of a pretty well loaded up pickup, you know, with it being an XLT Lariat. Now the one thing that kind of shocked me, and I didn't even know this when I bought it, but when I got it home and started looking at it, obviously being an XLT Lariat, fairly well loaded up, this kind of surprised me when I popped the hood. Inline 6-cylinder, just your basic inline 6 on this F-150 Lariat. So they obviously weren't worried about power. They obviously weren't worried about towing. This was just strictly, basically a creature comfort type pickup. One good thing about it, it is all intact. It is all here. And that's going to be something for as tough as some of this stuff is getting to find. Obviously being an XLT Lariat, it had the chrome grille, the chrome around the headlights. It had the strip on the chrome front bumper. All the fancy trim that a lot of your basic Ford pickups back in the day did not have. Over here, kind of looks about the same. Factory wheels, the wide aluminum running boards, the side moldings, factory mirrors. And kind of take a peek inside over here. Old bucket still laying in there, but had the XLT Lariat on the dash. Had the cloth rear seat. So for its day, pretty fancy truck. Somebody also added the old toolbox across the back, very common back in the day. We'll head on around the back of this old pickup. When we get back here, it's had stuff spilled on it, but this did have the full aluminum tailgate panel with the red reflector. I know in the mid-90s they went to a black reflector, this being a little bit earlier, this body style. It used the red reflector, had a step bumper on it, which they backed into something with it, but good tailgate, the red reflector's still there. A lot of this stuff, it's getting hard to find. This tailgate panel is actually just dirty. It's like it had a bucket of something spilled on it, but the reflector's there, the aluminum's not beat up. Kind of tough to find pieces. This truck does have a little bit of rust starting to come through down in the SuperCab part and a little bit in the bed. But hey, it's a 30-plus-year-old pickup that's been sitting around for a long time. So anyway, like I said, it's something a little different. I know it's a little bit newer than what a lot of this stuff we do, but I'm always trying to think of what's next, what's coming next. Look for the trends. What are people going to start fixing up next? And this is where I see some of this stuff going. Now, whether I'm right or wrong, who knows? But this, especially being a loaded up Lariat, definitely thought it was worth adding to inventory. Definitely wanted to bring it out here and put it in the row. Didn't want to see it get crushed, because I know there's going to be a lot of good pieces on a truck like this that people are going to need over in the coming years. If you got any questions about this F-150 Lariat or any of the other 1,500 plus cars and trucks we've got on the ground here at Nobody's, give me a call, 620-786-4428. Having a short conversation about your project, year, make, model, body style, or what you're looking for a project. I need as much information from you to see if I've got something here that might be able to help you out. Now, you like this F-150 or any of the other cool old cars and trucks you see sitting around here, be sure to check out the channel, Nobody's Show. That's what we do on here, old cars, old trucks, gas and oil, signs, memorabilia, toys, things like that. It's really about all I know, so there really isn't anything else I could talk about. So if you like this stuff, check out the channel, check out the other videos. We've got a lot of videos on there, and even some of the old stuff. There's a lot of neat stuff on there, so be sure to click that subscribe button and definitely click that notification button. We do a lot of cool live stuff on here as well. You won't want to miss it. Thanks for checking us out. Hope you enjoyed the old F-150. Stay tuned. We got a lot more cool stuff coming.